We're here in Derby with the Do Club at our first Derby Do Business dinner, leadership dinner this evening. We're at the fabulous 7 Restaurant and Cafe Bar, which we use as a regular haunt to meet people, and so do our members. And this evening our leadership dinner has a panel of experts on the subject matter of the practical use of AI in business. It's going to be a great night. We've got just short of 40 guests from a broad cover of businesses from the local business community. It's going to be both educational and great for networking.
So I met Steve at it was a clay pigeon shooting event. I think it was at the Hornsbury. I was a guest of Hannah from Grove James, and just clicked straight away. Steve's one of those people that, once you meet him once, it can kind of, you think, I need to speak to that guy again, he's interesting. And we've formed a great relationship and I'm looking forward to working together ongoing. I think what's unique about the Do Club events is that you can have fun whilst doing business. I've been to quite a lot of sort of networking type events before, and it can be very staid, it can be very just a bit dull, whereas when you know if you're going to come to one of Steve's events with the Do Club, you're going to have a good time, you're going to meet good people, and you're going to have a really great experience.
Do Club events they're very, very good. They're different to the normal networking event. In fact, they don't actually feel like networking events when I go to a group of nice business people, but we're all like-minded. Usually when you go to a business event, people are trying to tout something to you, they're trying to sell a service of some sort, but what I experienced was that people were genuinely interested in what I did. I wouldn't quite call it therapy, but it was almost away from business. We were either shooting at dinner events like tonight, or just meeting other people who, in different circumstances, different scenarios, were not only able to enjoy the event we're going to, but also talk about business in a slightly non-business way. It's a bit weird.
Tonight's panel of experts consists of Rachel Pillsbury, Director of Data and Analytics for Caledonia Private Capital, Stephen Tighe, who is the CEO of Ocean King, Robert Clinton, the Vice President, EMEA, of Amplify, and Tim Mahoney, CEO of Evolution. It's going to be professionally hosted by our good friends Playfair Marketing, who are our marketing partner. Their CEO, Rob Lyon, will professionally host the event, and we're in for a great evening.
So the event today is going to be really interesting because it's all about AI, and AI is something people know they should be doing. It's a bit of a scary word, it's a buzzword. So what's going to be really fantastic, we're going to speak to some experts. I'm going to learn, I use it in my business from more of a creative perspective, but there's ways people can add it into their businesses just to make their lives easier. And I always believe that AI is there to do the bits of the job that you don't want to do, so hopefully people will leave with that today. I think the key themes and topics today in terms of AI that I want to highlight is that how people can use AI to their advantage and do the bits of the job you don't want to do. That's ultimately what it's there to do, but equally I want to make sure people remember that with the emergence of AI, which is fantastic, also is the importance of remaining authentic, and I want to make sure people get that across. I think some of the biggest misconceptions of AI is that it's going to take everybody's jobs, and it won't, but it will hinder and hamper the people who don't embrace it. I think that's the key. It's not going to take jobs, but it will leave people at a huge disadvantage who refuse to embrace it and who refuse to really make it part of their day-to-day. So it's not going to take your job, but it's going to put it at risk if you don't learn to embrace it and use it to your advantage.
The big surge recently has been in generative AI, and that's ChatGPT, Claude, all those sorts of things where you can type in anything and it'll just answer the question for you automatically. And a lot of people are using that because the interface, you don't need any code, you don't need any experience doing that, and it allows you to get a lot of information back easily, but it tends to specialize in creating content for you, summarizing content, and automating processes.
I think there's two people in your companies. There'll be people in two groups. There'll be the people that embrace AI and love it, and there'll be the people that are threatened by AI and feel threatened by it. And what I would say is that if you're starting off in AI and you've not used it yet, engage the teams. Don't come up with an idea that's just your idea. Ask them to get involved, because otherwise they're going to feel incredibly threatened by this.
Everybody's saying that AI is going to get rid of jobs. I think, yes, some very, very repetitive jobs are probably going to go, but for most people is going to enhance your current job, is going to make you better. And I think, again, it's going back to the point, embrace that.
So obviously we're talking about AI today. I assume they want to have an insight into my entrepreneurial usage of AI in industry. I think by now, we've been talking about AI for so long, it's been around for over 18 months, that, you know, it's not a case of finding out about what it is actually trying to put it into practical use. Everyone's already identified AI as the new internet and how internet transformed the world, 30 years ago. AI is doing pretty much the same thing, but at a much quicker pace. So it's about how quickly people are able to look at it, adopt it, accept it, or whatever, because it's here and it's staying. How do I stay ahead of trends? And I watch TikTok every single morning. It's an addictive thing. I wouldn't advise it, but yeah, it's constantly researching what you can do. In fact, I think someone else might have said earlier that AI can teach you what the trends are. You could actually ask ChatGPT what the trends are today in AI, what new things can I learn? And it will tell you.
AI is impersonating celebrities with voices, and it's able to influence people. So yeah, the governance of it, and how my children, I've got 10 and 12-year-olds, how they could be easily manipulated as I was. We've just got to be mindful of where society's heading. If we either believe everything we see, or we don't believe everything, or we ask the right questions about it. But then AI is only 18 months old in my view. In 5 years' time, oh my God, the rate at which it's improving and people are using it, yeah, it's scary.
Length of time that AI has been around, that last year, I think the dramatic advantages or efficiencies it's had within my working day has been phenomenal. Just writing emails, I used to spend hours reading through your emails, writing replies to emails. Now AI just generally does it all for me in the tone that I want it in the language I want it in. Yeah, it's been phenomenal how it's come on in such a short period of time.
I think the Do Club's actually a great initiative. These type of initiatives and these type of clubs really work for me for a business networking point of view. So yeah, I love the Do Club. I think it's a great idea.
What I value about the Do Club is their core beliefs and values. They're at the centre really of everything that Steve builds upon. To be able to come together looking at do life, do business, do good, he brings that all together in such a unique way, and the relationships that we all build together has been phenomenal.
It's excellent. I mean, I'm in many networking clubs, much larger than that in terms of groups, but there's a boutique nature about it with some interesting people and always some interesting speakers, and also some interesting events as well. So I both attend them and follow it digitally as well.
As I say, I think small events, whether you're doing it to network, whether you're doing it to socialise, get your business, out there, whatever it is, small events for me are the way to do it. So yeah, highly personal, highly personalised, small events I think are great. So yeah, I loved it.
Did I enjoy the event today? Yeah, I thought it was excellent. There was a good mix of people at the event, some really excellent expertise on AI as well, and a good chance for our team to get together and talk about these things through over dinner as well.
AI is such a thing, it's been around for quite a few years, however the last 18 months it's really magnified. I think the thing that I've learnt about it is it's going to help us to be more effective and more productive in what we do by helping us to streamline those processes that can be a bit cumbersome now.
It was just that you've got to lean into AI. It's here, it's not going anywhere. Lean into it and you'll be absolutely fine.
I think the whole event was great. Just being on stage, talking, plenty of good connections. Like I said, the people on the panel were really knowledgeable. Rob Clinton, the chap I'd sat next to in particular.
So what a great event we've had again tonight. It's our leadership dinner in Derby. The panel knocked it out of the park. All our guests learnt lots of things. We had a bit of fun as well. And yeah, we feel really rewarding as to what we've achieved with this event tonight. There were some key highlights tonight, probably too many to mention, but some of the tips that the panel gave about AI made the evening, and the feedback we got from the guests. That was the main thing really. Fantastic feedback, interested in whatever we're doing in the future really after the success of this evening. One thing I would like to do is thank all our guests, particularly the people on the panel were fantastic. Rob did a great job. Rob Lyon, CEO of Playfair, did a fantastic job hosting. The venue knocked it out of the park, 7 Restaurant in Derby, I'd highly recommend it. Just keep tabs on what we're doing, it's fantastic at the moment. So if you want to learn more about the Do Club, just get in touch. I mean, whether it be events, our membership, we're keen to help your business get in front of its customer base, target market, help you grow it and get the brand out there. You can contact me on 07796 141 325 by email at info@thedoclub.co.uk, and our website is thedoclub.co.uk.